even as we are at the World Economic Forum, on my way I got a flash that the Iranian foreign minister is supposed to come to address the World Economic Forum. US senators are saying, why is the Iranian foreign minister being invited to the World Economic Forum? So tensions seem to be rising. And at the same time, India has been invited to be part of a board of peace on Gaza. So on Gaza, we are seeing a ray of hope. On Iran, the world seems to be in conflict. It seems a very, very complicated place and time to be in. Do you really see the potential for a dialogue? Do you see this uncertainty settling down? Or as long as Donald Trump is in the White House or at WEF, we don't know what tomorrow will bring.
So I'm much more of a glass half full than half empty guy. When we met last year in Davos, we were very concerned that the geopolitical confrontations would kill global growth. And now we're back in Davos and the global growth is higher than we expected. We also see that the new technologies, artificial intelligence or frontier technologies are driving growth and investments that we haven't seen in decades. So trade is growing slower.
But it's going slowly.
The trade piece is growing slower, but we do think that the frontier technologies can replace trade as a global growth engine. So who would have thought that we were sitting here in Davos a year later, we have higher trade growth, we have huge investments in the new technologies, and the overall growth perspective is not bad. So it seems like even this catches a lot of headlines in media, that countries also find a way to adapt. I think this is also on the trade piece. They have adapted to a new reality. That's why they do bilateral trade agreements, mega trade agreements, and we will see also in global cooperation that now the Security Council in the UN is not the place where the most important negotiations are happening. They're more bilateral and different, and of course you do see interest spheres established, and this is contrary to what we predicted with multipolar world. Multipolar world would mean a lot of countries. Now it seems like there are some big movers and shakers that are in control.
So how do we describe it? If it's
Not multipolar, how do we describe a world where there's global cooperation also, bilateral cooperation taking place, and conflicts also? It almost seems as if conflict and cooperation coexist at the moment across the world.
Exactly. I think we are seeing like cooperation in a very competitive world.
Cooperation in a very competitive world. Interesting.